Hello, Tab Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're going to be doing a Python video, specifically with barcodes and QR codes. I was using QR codes a lot recently. I just needed something really simple to do, to make them myself. There's lots of websites out there and stuff, but it was kind of a fun idea to create my own that I can do. Don't even need the internet, just in case I wanted to make it on the go, because I was using it on my laptop in places where I didn't have connection, like Wi-Fi, so that was helpful. But yeah, we're going to show you both ways. Very simple, surprisingly. I was very happy with that. First thing we are going to need to do is we do need to install the pip the modules, libraries, whatever you want to call them. So to do that simply, we're just going to open command prompt. Got command prompt here, and from here, I'll put this in the description below just to help you with copy and pasting versus having to type. But basically, just all you gotta do is throw in pip install python-barcode or minus sign. Press enter, and basically it'll just run through all that. Pretty simple. As you see, I already have it installed, so it says requirement already satisfied. So I already have that. The other one we're going to throw in there is pip install pillow, Pillow. It's kind of more for like the image generator. I actually think you only really need the first one. I think the way I ended up doing it, I ended up not needing pillow. But just in case I'm wrong, I'm throwing that in there too. Why not? Because I will be doing future videos anyway on using this library module. It's really cool. But yeah, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over. I'm using VS Code, and we're going to do barcode first. So all you got to really do is type in from barcode, the one we just installed there, import EAN13. Now that stands right there for, oh boy, what does it stand for? European something number 13. It's basically one of the more common used barcodes, America, pretty much I think through all Europe. Don't hold me to that. I don't know everything about barcodes worldwide. And then a 13-digit barcode. So, I know like Japan, some other countries use their own. You just Google that of what yours is called and just put the short-term hand name here. So like this one's just EAN13. There's, I think, maybe like 10 common-ish ones that are used out there. So yeah, just change that to the one specifically you're looking for, but I believe EAN13 is one of the more common worldwide ones. Let me know which one your country uses, because I'm just kind of curious. Give me some useless knowledge that I will never use. But yeah, then we're just going to do our variable, which is just going to be number equals. In quotes here, we're going to put our number, 13 digits, obviously, for this one. Change it to whatever you want. One thing also you could do is for Python, you could put input here and save it as so that you can type it on the go. But if you want, you can just type it here, push Control S or save, and just, do it every time like that. It's really up to you. But you can get fancy and put an input box here or line of code. So whatever. Next, we need to go ahead and define that it is an EA13. So we're taking that number. We're, doing this formatting, and this is going to be our final product. It's going to be stored into my_code. You can obviously change these variables to whatever you want. You can change number as long as number, if you change it here, matches number down here. As long as my code here matches my code down here. Just make sure your variables match, because that causes problems, and I've done that plenty of times and sat there wondering forever why it wasn't working. Great. So, and then the final part is we're just going to do, we're going to save it. Obviously, we want to use it, so we're going to do my_code dot save. And what are we saving? Well, we're saving the new code that we built right here. Obviously, put it into brackets, quotations, whatever. Make sure you're formatting it correctly. That is our code right there. So we can go ahead, we can run it. Where is it? Oh. All right, let's see what happened here. Let's go ahead, launch it from here. Oops. right click. We're going to say open with Python 3.10 in this video. All right, so it runs. And it's going to create a folder. Folder is on my desktop, but it's really going to be about where your script is. So it's just going to save in the same location as your script. As you can see, we have the compiled version here. It automatically did that. And then we got this one right here. It says, sorry, I can't talk today. It says new code. It's an HTML document, basically. So we'll double click that. It's going to automatically open Edge for some odd reason. But hey, whatever. So let's give that a second. Edge is really slow on my computer, which probably is on a lot of people's computer because it's Edge. Anywho, while it's doing that, make sure to subscribe. Always throwing automation videos out there with coding. And if you guys want to see ideas with this more, let me know in the comments below. And there is our code, barcode. So unfortunately, I don't have a barcode reader with me at the moment. But let's assume it works. But there is our digit. The cool thing is not only does it display the barcode, but it also takes that digit right there. See, it ends with 457. If we jump back here, there's our digit 457. So we know it got the correct one. And that is our barcode. Print it, scan it, do whatever you want with it. Now, that one I just wanted to cover. I honestly, and probably you, are more interested in QR codes. They're kind of becoming way more popular and more useful because they can store actually a lot more digits and information. A barcode can only store 13, at least with the format I did, and they had to be, you know, just 13 digits, where a QR code can store, you know, websites, URLs, text information, a lot more. So that's really helpful. So right here, what we're going to be doing is import QR code. And then we're going to do QR equals QR code dot QR code. Make sure you capitalize, and because Python can be a little picky about that, so we're doing a capital QRCODE. Closing or opening and closing brackets here inside. We're going to have version 1. Version you can change. That kind of just what it looks like. I haven't really messed around. One's just kind of like the generic everyday QR code, so you can play around with that, see which one and how it changes. It does a few different things throughout the script that we can talk about. Here we're just doing error underscore correction equals QR code dot constants dot error underscore correct underscore L. To be honest, I'm not actually sure what's this doing in that library. That's the one part I couldn't really find when I was exploring the library. I think it's just there in case something goes wrong, because it doesn't seem like that error has done much of anything, so not sure why that's there, but apparently it needs to be there. Box size. So box size is, well, just the size of the image, really. You can make the image bigger, smaller, that kind of stuff. Border. Same thing if you want a better, thicker border. So these are two numbers that you can play around when creating the variable here. QR code, add data, some data. Now, some data, this is where you're going to really want to put, it can be your URL to a website. It could just be like, hello world, if all you want to do is put some type of information, text out there. But put your URL or whatever here that you're going to be using, so when it scans, this is what it finds. So I just wrote some data, so it's really up to you. QR dot make, this is where it's going to make it. Fit equals true. That's just going to make it like a full, the QR code is going to be the full image. If you put false or null, once again, play around with it, but for the most part, just keep it true. That's really all I can say about that. IMG, once again, you can change this to whatever as long as it matches down here, equals QR dot make underscore image, and in our parentheses here, this is the one thing I can see you guys messing around. Fill color is black. That's going to be the actual like squares that are on there. Background color is white. You know, that's pretty much the default of what you see as far as the codes go. Image.save, because we want to save it to be usable. And here I just have it QR underscore file.png. Name it whatever you want. So yeah, you can name it QR code for site or something. Name it whatever you want. This is going to do the same thing where it's going to save it to the same location that your script is. For me, that is on the desktop. So it's just going to do that. So I went ahead, I pressed run. I guess you can't see that on my screen, but where is it? But up here, you can just push run and you're good. And it created this image right here on my desktop, as you can see right here on the side. So let's go ahead and open that. And as always, when I'm filming, everything wants to be slow. All right, here we go. Come on. There we go. So yeah, there's our QR code. It's nothing too complicated going on because I didn't really put much data in there. But there's that. Just to show you real quick something, if I wanted to change this to, let's say, green, simple as just typing in whatever color you want. You should be able to use hex colors too if you want to get very specific with the shade. So as you saw, that icon just changed because it saved over top of it because the file name was different. You can also use an input box there too if you want to change the file. There you go. Again, once again, you got the black fill color, green background. Pretty simple. But yeah, this one's been very helpful. But as you can see, it's about 10 lines of code total. So not very complex, but super useful. And yeah, all right. If you guys like this video, want to see more stuff like this, that's just random things I've been working on, definitely hit the like button. Lets me know what kind of videos you guys like, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.